All right, I think we are live. So welcome everyone to another Matt Maran Motoring live stream here on the Matt Maran Motoring YouTube channel. Hope you're all having a great week so far, and thanks for stopping by here for this Wednesday midweek live stream. So like all these Wednesday ones, we're going to go for 1 hour. I'll give priority answering. Then it is a super chat or a super thanks, as well as anyone who's a member there with the green usernames. They always get that priority answering. If you'd also like that, there's a link in the description. And so yeah, I'm so happy to see so many of you already hanging out in here. And I see Theodore Lanswath, Still a Buster, and Danny, Nicholas, Stratus, and B. Mitchell, Vishal, Luke, Mr. 705, Jazz, and Kevin. Thanks so much, everyone. I see Theodore enjoys seeing me 2 times a week. I'm glad you enjoy the lives, and thanks for joining for all of them, it seems. I really appreciate that. And Lancelot says good evening as well. No new spots so far this week. My cool spots, I actually just got back from filming the POV video on the Miata that I have for the press car this week, and I saw an F-Type and I saw a 911 GT3, like the newest generation, and I haven't seen one of those around here, and hearing that thing accelerate past me was really nice, and I got it on camera in the POV. So stay tuned, watch the POV till the end. That one will be probably going live on probably Saturday. So, but yeah, I just saw that like 5 minutes ago, so I'm pretty buzzed. But anyway, let me see. Lancelot, thanks so much for the very generous super chat. He says, how's your week been so far? Well, aside from those awesome slots, it's been a good week here so far. And I'm excited to be filling in the gaps in the schedule. Those of you who remember saw the upload schedule for the month here and all those gaps. I figured out one of the gaps, which is also going to be a fun new thing to try, and I'll explain more in next Wednesday's live once that video has gone live as to why I picked what I picked. And I have a few others up my sleeve, I think, for later this month. It'll be kind of cool as well. So anyway, yeah, it's been a great week. And thanks so much for the generous super chat, Lancelot. I really appreciate it. And hope your week's been going well, too. And I see Esovanum says it's breaking up here. So I'm not sure. Yeah, they say the Auto Gremlin is back. I don't know why it's back, because I am not using the microphone that was supposedly problematic before. So I don't know if it's just the stream or YouTube, something like that. Let me know if it continues to be an issue here, but sorry about the crackling. Still Buster says, hey, all car spots of the week are a blue 80s Jeep Grand Wagoneer, a General Lee replica, nice, and a 50s Sunbeam Alpine. And that's a very cool spot. Never even heard of that car until I saw it the other day. Yeah, I actually was hoping those things would like depreciate, but they're yeah, only on the appreciation side. They're starting to get pretty expensive, but very cool cars. And the old Grand Wagoneer is really cool too. I saw someone out in one of those about a week or so ago with like the woody stuff on the side. It was very cool. And Still Buster's also asking, what would you say is your least favorite genre of movies and music? Also, what is the worst movie you've ever seen? I gotta think about that one. So as far as my least favorite genre of movies, probably horror movies, I'd have to say. There's a few good ones, and like some of the alien ones I'm more inclined to like, but the general just like hack 'em up kind of stuff. I typically prefer movies that are more grounded in reality. And if it's a movie where I'm just like picking apart the plot holes the whole time and the obvious things, then it gets a little less fun for me. That's just my personality not being any fun with that kind of stuff. But that's typically my holdup with those. Now, I can enjoy comedies and other things if I know it's supposed to be funny, but if it's like a movie that's supposed to actually be scary and I'm like, this isn't scary at all, in my opinion, that's the kind of thing that just isn't any fun for me. As far as least favorite genre of music, I mean, I'd probably have to say kind of along the same lines, like screamo, kind of music. I like rock, but like whenever it's just like screaming and like anger 24/7, that's the kind of stuff that I personally don't like. Again, to each their own. But yeah, that's probably the best answer I can give for that question. As far as worst movie I've ever seen, I honestly don't know. I don't have like an easy go-to thing where I'm like, yeah, that was the worst thing I've ever seen. At least off the top of my head, I don't have any. Um, yeah, if something pops in my head, I'll let you know. So, but yeah, sorry, I don't have a go-to answer for that one. Lots of really good stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's also very selective with the movies I watch typically. So I don't take gambles very often, especially these days. I don't have a lot of time to just watch a movie that may or may not be crap. So I usually stick to the ones that I know or ones that I think I will like. And Lance Ball says, worst movie I've ever seen is Space Warriors 2000, a movie so bad the studio that made it denies doing so. That's funny. Well, that sounds like it could be a good time then. That's hilarious. I don't think I've ever even heard of that movie. So thanks for sharing, Lancelot. And Theodore says, this is a very old movie. Have you ever seen a movie called Cannonball Run? I actually have never seen Cannonball Run. Very famous movie, though. Yeah, very well known in the car world, but I've never actually sat down and watched it myself. And let me see. Lancelot says Captain Chaos. And Danny says, hello. I drove alone yesterday and today and learned that my parents are getting me a car as their graduation gift to me. That's awesome. Well, I'm excited to see what you end up getting. And that's very, very nice of them. He says, rare spots are a red Saab 97X 4.2i. I'm going into my senior year of high school. Well, that's awesome. Well, I hope you have a great last year of high school. And if you're starting up soon, then I hope the first week or so of school here goes well for you. And let me see. Strata says, happy hump day all. Saw a hot pink Urus today. Maybe a wrap. I mean, I think they also do the custom paint thing, so it could be paint, but probably a wrap. That's the cheaper way everyone mostly goes. Also test drove at Kona and for fun. That's fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I see Beth actually texted me that the mic is off, maybe completely. Sounds scratchy, she says. Yeah. I'm not sure how to improve it because like I said, I think it must be on YouTube's end. There's nothing wrong with my iPhone. So I don't know if it's else is just crackling. Trying to think of how I can switch this up without ending the stream. I don't think there's any way I can really fix. All right, so I just muted it and then unmuted it. We'll see if that does anything. That's probably about all I can do without just ending the stream, which I guess we could do, and I can just come back for another one here in a few minutes, but let me know. Jess says that was worse. Okay. So, all right, maybe, yeah, everyone says it's crackling. All right, you know what? Let me just try and stop, and I'll try maybe my other mic and see if that's any better, and see if we can continue on here. So I'll be back in a minute. Hang on.